Hi there and welcome to another session of Business Studies for the 12th Standard with me, Vishwanath sir. Today we shall proceed to a new chapter altogether for revision. We last had finished Nature and Significance of Management, where we understood what is management all about, the features of management, is management a science, a profession or an art. Also we finished with the last part of it where coordination, which acts as a binding force and is responsible for all the functions of management to take place. Okay, so we step up further and go to principles of management, where we will witness Fayol and Taylor, the two important philosophies of management which they had propounded. We'll take it from that, and what are the things which we'll be learning is understanding the concepts and principles of management. We'll explain what is the significance. We'll discuss the different principles developed by Fayol. We'll compare Taylor and Fayol's principle, and we'll also explain what is scientific management. Okay, so we'll not rush into this because we have already done this before, so there's no need of rush as the portion is online. Fine. So, when we come to the different principles of management, is basically these were what was followed first. Okay, different perspectives. The first known management ideas were recorded way back in Egypt, where the pyramids were built by the Egyptian rulers, Cheops, and there were 1 lakh men who were working for 20 years in the year 2900 BC. It covered 13 acres of land and measured 481 meters in height. The stone slabs had been moved by thousands of kilometers in days where there was no transportation, there was no technology, and imagine in those days they had managed to do this job. As the folklore goes on, even the sound of hammer was not heard in the villages, in that vicinity, in the site of the pyramids. Such monumental work could not be completed without going through adhering to the principles of management. Okay, so everything is possible if you follow the principles and you follow the right principles which is propounded. Of course, from here we went to the classical management approach, where we had scientific management, administrative principles, and bureaucratic organization characteristic wise. While the rational economists assumed that people were motivated by economic gains, scientific management of F.W. Taylor, that is Frederick Winslow Taylor, and others emphasize the best way of production should be to combine the jobs and eliminate the managerial inconsistency. Okay, and this was there due to abuse of power, and production took place in the factory system where people almost worked like slaves, and they were working in bad conditions, but it was the capitalist who's to earn more. Then going through the neoclassic theory, where we lay emphasis on the economic incentives, the social needs, the drives and the attitudes. Okay, and the behavioral science approach followed by that next, because that is a very important aspect. How does one behave? And we come to the management science and the operational research, where they lay an emphasis on the quantitative techniques. And the modern management sees to it that, under any complex circumstances or contingencies, the modern techniques solve the human problems. So this was basically the introduction about principles of management. Now let us go directly to the concept. Principles of management are broad and general guidelines for decision making and behavior. Okay, let's understand broad and general guidelines. Okay, that means they are not restricting you. On the basis of the broadness or the basis of general guidelines, you can innovate, you can play around with it, and mold is as per the circumstances. And what are these guidelines used for? Simple. They are used for decision making and behavior. Okay. So principles of management are broad and general guidelines for decision making and behavior. They can be used in the conduct in workplaces under certain situations. They help the manager take and implement decisions. So where do this take place? Workplaces. So this is something which you need to remember. They help the managers to take and implement the decision. For example, when you decide about the promotion of an employee, one manager may consider seniority while the other may consider the principle of merit. So it is for you to decide. Okay, if you want people to work hard, then do it on the basis of their merit. But if you don't want, you want a little bit of stagnation, then it is better you go as per seniority. Principles of management are guidelines to action. So they lay the path for where action has to be taken. They denote a cause and effect relationship. So what would happen if this course of action is taken, and what would not happen if this course of action is not taken. While the functions of management like planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling are the actions to be taken for practicing, principles of management help the managers to take decisions while performing these functions. Okay, so these functions, when they are performed, they help these managers. So on the basis of this, principles of management have been developed on the basis of observation and experimentation as well as personal experiences of the manager. So over the years, when they have come to this situation, they know now how to solve certain problems with their past experiences. Depending upon how they are derived and how effective they are in explaining and predicting the managerial behavior. They contribute towards the development of the management, both as a science as an art also. Derivation of these principles may be said to be as a matter of science, and their creative application may be regarded as an art. Okay, so different diversified principles on the basis of science and combination of art too. Management principles have gained importance with the increasing professionalization of management, because things have become complex. Things are wanted on a very urgent basis. Things have to be procured fast. So for all these reasons, the principles of management become more and more important. Let us first understand what is the difference between principles of management and principles of pure science. Management principles are not that rigid as the principles of pure science. They deal with human behavior, and human behavior, you cannot predict what is the human behavior at what a particular situation is there. Human behavior is never static. It is never at one place. It keeps on going from one place to the other. And also the technology which affects the business. Hence, all the principles have to keep pace with this changes. Okay, so all the principles have to come together and see to it that it is executed. Now, let us talk about a quick term which is principles of management and techniques of management. Okay, techniques are procedures or methods. Okay, which there is a series of steps to follow if you want to accomplish your goals. While as principles are the guidelines, okay, to take action or decisions based on practicing techniques. Okay. Now here we come to what is the distinction between principles of management and values. Values are something which are acceptable and desired. They have moral connotations. On the other hand, principles are basic truths or guidelines for behavior. Values are general for behavior of people in the society through common practice, because you've been carrying it on. While as principles of management are formed after research in work situations. So they are not formed outside, they are formed within the workplace, and it is technical in nature. However, while practicing principles of management, values they cannot be neglected, as businesses have certain social and ethical responsibilities towards the society. Okay. So what did we discuss today? We discussed what are the principles of management, and we spoke about the evolution of principles of management. Then we came to what was the concept of management, principles of management, and then we went through the distinction of principles of management with principles of pure science, principles of management with techniques of movement, and finally principles of management and values. Okay, fine. So I end this session here with the view that I shall come back and teach you the next session too. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.